Mechanics with Ribrock, and today we're going to be watching a game I played again in the Pudel, or Pudel, however you pronounce the Polish name. So we're headed up here on the hill on Winter Himmelsdorf, and yeah, I'll just enable free camera here for a second. It's a very beautiful HD, of course, 3D model of the Pudel here. The Polish markings. It's a early Mark 1, I believe Mark 1, early model Panther, but captured by the Polish resistance. You can see a Piat launcher there, the tracks and all sorts of stuff on the tank. But yeah, so we're just about to the battle here, so I'll snap it back into the camera that I was using when I was playing, and we'll see how it went. Just waiting here for the first contact, and this Cromwell pops up. Fire a quick shot off at him, and he hangs around. Then the new tank there just came out today, the Primo Victoria or something like that. If I've pronounced that correctly, I'm not sure. Apologies if I didn't. Trying to get a second shot on him, but we've climbed up the rubble. Prevents us from getting a second shot off. So just waiting here. Waiting to get another shot into him, but he puts a shot into us. Although having done more damage to him, that's an okay trade, but I don't want to be trading like that. So I decide that it's time to come down here, help this, what appears to be an AMX M4 45, help him out with the Cromwell even though it's not an issue. So we just charge in, put a shot into him, and then the AMX finishes him off. And now this is the type of position that we really want to be in here. Missing the Dickomax there, and firing down off of the top of the hill. And this probably shouldn't have gone this well, but the Type 59 just couldn't hit us for some reason, and the Dickomax, I'm not even sure if he fired a single shot at us. But you see the Primo Victoria just gets finished off trying to steal the kill there, but we didn't get that honor. It's fair enough. I see an SU-152 down here. He fires a shot, we fire into his tracks. Fire again using the good reload of this tank. Fire a third one, and he gets into cover. That's all she wrote for him. So again, trying to shoot into this Type 59, looking down to see if the SU-152 would show up. Unfortunately, we can't penetrate the Type 59 except for in the side, and he's taking his time as far as popping out, and he's not taking long. So there we are, now he's finally given his back to us. And again he pokes out to get the kill on the Jacks, and then we get a second shot into him. Now we see the SU-152 here, so we back up so that he can't shoot us so easy. Critical hit there on the T-34-85. And just again trying to fire here at this Type 59. I don't want to pop out because the SU-152 will just derp us with his big Russian guns. So trying to again find a weak point, even with APCR, and for some reason the Type 59 bounces, and we wouldn't have got such a good result if that hadn't have happened. Again, just looking here, we looked on the mini-map, the SU-152 there had been taken out, and now someone's pinging the map for us, letting us know. And I hang around. I was still thinking that the T-34-85 up here that's with us was actually the AMX from earlier, but he's not, it turns out. So I realized that, and I decided, well, we don't want to be around here when a 112 shows up. So 112 shows up, T-34-85 made no attempt to move, and so he got his game finished right here. But now we're going to use the 55 km/h top speed here, though not using all of it, but the speed of this tank to outrun that 112. And there's also a IKV-90B who's coming up behind that I can see. Gonna try and do something about that 112, although the 112 is on very high health and I remembered this. So here I was hoping that he'd stay up there so that I could get through this little alleyway bit without him getting shots into my flank, which we were successful with doing. And so now we see that there's an SU-100M1 over there, and SU-85 is SU-152, sorry, over there as well. And so we try and get a shot on the move, but it doesn't work. Now here, coming around a bit too fast, and we change our mind on targets, try and back up, and it's just not quick enough, and the SU-100M1 also gets away because of that quick mistake, and now we're the last one left alive on the team. And I could see the 112, I didn't want to be in this alleyway because the 112 is definitely trying to get shots on us, and he just missed us once there, so I didn't want to be anywhere in here where he could get shots on us. Now I'm going to come down here and hoping maybe I wasn't still spotted trying to dart in here, but the SU-100 had an ambush set up. He gets a shot into us. So I'm not quite sure what I was thinking here, because I poke out again, trading my hit points, which is a bad idea in a 1v1 situation. Still not finding the spot on him. And then I realise, hang on, APCR into the superstructure. The casemate there, I don't know if I needed it or not, but getting around the corner just in time, that SU-152 decides to come around, and we just hang around to finish him off as well, knowing that we'd get our gun on target before him. And so now I decide I'm going to head this direction, hoping again that the 112 would be, probably it looked like last time I saw him, coming down the hill, down the zero line towards their cap point, so I didn't want to go sit in the cap point just yet. But I decided I'd go over to this side of the map and try and hide for a bit. I was hoping in this type of situation, in these faster tanks, especially on Himmelsdorf, I've had situations like this before in slightly quicker light tanks. You've just got to run around the tank and, well, not run around, but reposition, pop out, take one or two opportunistic shots, and then disappear quickly again before they can shoot you, especially on this low of hit points, making us a one shot. You're just parking up on this corner now. I knew that, well, what I was thinking here was that he might be coming through their cap circle, still looking for me in that area if he's going to go look for me, and then the cap circle goes off and I don't have to worry about him coming off there, because we know exactly where he is now. Only a minute 30 now for us to finish the game and reset the cap. We're rushing back here as quick as we can, hitting that top speed now of 55 in a straight line, just across this railroad track. That's the nice thing with a medium tank like this, is in that situation sniping is quite good for this tank. And then coming down here as well. And so I'm thinking, well, he might be on the left side of the cap circle, so we'll find out quickly by just slowing down, poking around here. I didn't spot him, so I thought, I've probably got time. I'll turn around and head back the other direction. It's at this point where I excuse me, where I loaded the one round of high explosive, because to reset the cap circle you don't just have to damage the enemy, or you don't have to, damage the enemy, you just have to do some type of module damage or anything will reset. So I figured fire high explosive into him, get a quick shot off, and that might finish the game. Teammate giving us 20 seconds there, and for some reason he doesn't appear till just about now when the battle's ended. I just paused it here. He got one shot off at us. It's hard to see. I'm not sure how I didn't spot him from there until we got to here. He must have been concealed well enough in those bushes, believe it or not, but with our view range I would have thought that we would have overcompensated, but we didn't see him till he fired, so an unfortunate result for us here. However, doing 1570 damage in this game, it was unfortunately a defeat, but this result is actually, well, it's decent, and it wasn't what we wanted, but it was pretty good, so there you go. I'm not sure quite what to say about this battle. It was a defeat, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is, and hopefully this gives you an idea on how you can play this. The Pudel is quite a hard tank to play, but you've kind of got to either, if you can get into a wolf pack with it, then you can do the wolf pack thing with higher tier medium tanks, but sort of hanging back a bit. Occasionally, if you're one-on-one, you can side scrape with the tank that's the same tier as you or lower. But often I find you just have to get into those positions where you can snipe down on your opponent, pick them off for range. So, thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you on the battlefield.